Letter B says the equation is C equals 1,000 plus 30n. I'm doing B and C. I'm doing B verbally, C we're actually going to do on paper. Why does that make sense for the cost? What does that represent? Somebody tell me what that represents. John, is that a stretch or an answer?
Well, stretch.
So is that a stretch or an answer? Go ahead.
$1,000 to rent it plus 30 per person.
30 per person. $1,000 to rent the hall plus 30 per person. And that's probably what a more realistic situation is, right? So let's go to weddings again, right? It's a certain amount to rent the place plus $30 for every meal or whatever it would be. Okay, part C says though, use the amount budgeted, C equals 2,000 to solve this equation for n. So it's going to be 2,000 equals 1,000 plus 30n. Okay, Josh, you're doing the first step here. What's the first step to solve for n?
9,000 plus 30.
No, okay? Because like numbers, like n's like a variable, right? So you can't add like the number to the variable. Like x, like you know what I mean? Like variables and numbers don't go together. Okay?
Where did you get 2,000 from?
Oh, this is just what said for part C. It said use the total amount budgeted, bracket C equals 2,000 to solve this equation for n. Sorry, go ahead.
Did you 1,000 subtracted from 2,000?
Yeah, so it's going to be 2,000 minus 1,000. Now this one looks a little bit different, right? Because the n's on the right-hand side instead of being on the left. But that's going to be that. Okay, John, what is 2,000 minus 1,000, please?
1,000.
Okay. Maggie, what is our final step to solve for n, please? Good. And what does n equal? I can't do that in my head. More than 33, I believe it's 33.33333. Okay, could somebody please translate that into English for me? Tori, you're on fire. Go ahead. Oh, yes.
Shouldn't the n always stay on the same tag?
Yes. Okay, yes and no. Okay. Yes and no. If we do the equation as, okay, you can just take that n and move it like this. Oh, shoot, I can't do that. Like that, they both mean the same thing, right? So if you solve it like this, that's still correct for an answer. Okay, that's still correct for an answer either way. Okay. What is that? Yeah.
So you want the amount of people at the time.
Yes. So yeah, and that's where it's going to lead to. Therefore, 33.33 people. Can fit in, what is this?
How do you point people?
You can't really. So basically what happens is for 33 people, you're a little bit under 2,000. For 34 people, you're a little bit over 2,000. Okay, right? So 33 people would probably be like $9,990, right? And 34 people would be like $2,020, right? So just a little bit over. All right, so part D, we're going to do this verbally. Which one would you want to take and why? Taking on Chris. Which one am I taking? No, sorry, other Chris in the back, sorry. Which one am I taking and why? Okay, why? Well, not really. You're always spending $2,000. That's what you're spending is $2,000. What are we looking for this?
More people.
We're looking for more people, right? So which one is the most people? This one is the most people, right? So no matter what, you're paying $2,000, right? That's what you're paying. In this one here, you can get more people in, 40 people in, and this one you can get 33, so it's okay. Okay, I'm going to hit pause here.
So wouldn't 15 be confusing because it says going back to this question, but that question we didn't really do.
Which one?
Number 10. Because it says for 15 that's to compare both of the prices.
Oh.
Ridiculously wrong.
Oh, shoot. We'll just do A and B for 15. Because yeah, for part C and D you need 10. Okay. So 15A says it says you have $700 for jerseys. You have rink rack is $40 each, plus a $75 logo fee. Okay, and this is sort of a standard thing. I know I coached basketball for a lot of years here at St. Mary's, and we'd always do like shirts like you have that orange shirt on there right now. They do that when you buy a shirt like that, or you design it as a team. You have to pay an initial fee to get the first one printed, and after that, they're cheaper. Okay, so this one is $75 to pay no matter what. After that, it's $40 per jersey. Can someone be brave? I'm hoping it's Aiden, but it can be anyone. Try and make an equation for that.
75
Plus 40, and I'm going to say this, C equals. What is let C equals and let N equals? Can someone, thank you, Aiden. Can someone other than Aiden tell me what C and N mean in English? Chris, go ahead.
Well, C equals cost.
Yeah.
And N equals number of jerseys.
Now, if, let's say you're doing your homework last night, thank you very much, you too. Let's say you're doing your homework last night and you said y equals 70 plus 40x. Is that incorrect? No, you just happen to pick different variables, right? And that's fine. The only way I do this a little bit differently, that's correct. I'm a little bit unhappy with this though. And that's still fine, but which way would I prefer you write that? Sorry, there's a question or an answer.
Question.
Yeah.
Isn't it be 75 plus 40?
Yes. That said, I'm still not real happy with that equation, even with that. How do I want it to be written? We talked about this yesterday a little bit. Do you remember how it goes, Teresa?
You want like the highest thing to be like
Yeah,
first.
the highest degree. So that's still correct, yeah. So, but I prefer to write it as 40n plus 75. Okay. That's called descending powers, and we talked about that yesterday. Like the degree is going to count down. Okay, so that's just a standard way to do it. Are we okay on that? Where that came from? $40 per jersey, so that's 40n, and then $75 just the extra one. Okay. Yeah.
But like, what if like N is just one?
Yeah. So let's say you bought one jersey, it'd be $115 for the team. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. That if N was one, yeah, one jersey would be $115, and that's what happens if I go. And that's why when people buy in bulk, you get a better deal. Okay. Let's say you buy 100 cases of pop, and you get a better deal than if you buy one case, right? Like anything like that works. Okay. All right. So the question says solve the equation. I'm solving this equation, and we're up to. Okay, Shauna, what do we need to get rid of here?
The N.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the 75 though. 'Cause you want N by itself. So how do you get rid of the 75?
You take the.
Wait, why did you go to 700?
Put it negative.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hold on a sec. Sorry, back Joel, then come back. Joel, question.
Where did you get 700?
Oh, just it says here. It says you have $700 for jerseys.
Oh,
So
that's what.
why did you write a different equation?
Well, because my cost is $700.
Oh,
That's all we're saying there.
so then, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So we want to take away from the cost.
So we'll do 700 minus. I'll do a different color. Actually, I'm gonna go to a new page in fact. We'll go 700 minus 75 equals 40n. Okay, so this is just good solid algebra. Teresa, 700 minus 75 is what? 625 equals 40n. Lindsay, last final step to solving for n is what?
5, 25,
Very good. It has to be calculator time. What does n equal, please? Thank you. Cancel. Okay, so Hill, give me a suitable answer in English.
15 jerseys.
Yes, therefore 15 jerseys could be purchased for $700.
Actually, wouldn't it be 60?
Okay, just wait. I was gonna ask that, so let me just finish this. Now, this is a good question. Macron is a good point. He says, Mr. Sadler, I like rounding. He didn't actually say that, but I'm reading your mind.
No, not
He's-
the rat.
He says, why wouldn't that be 16? Matt says he will like 16 jerseys. Why is 16 not gonna work? John?
Because when you go into 700.
That'd be over $700. Okay, you only have $700 to spend, right? If you spend 16 jerseys, you'd be spending like $720.
Yeah, but didn't you have already have jerseys for 75 though?
No. Like even if I buy 0 jerseys, I say, okay, Matt, I'd like jerseys printed for me. And they'll go, okay, Mr. Sadler, here's $75 for you to get started. Right? Now, for C and D, what C and D were for this were like 14, where they get you to make another equation like this, solve it, and which one gives you a better price. We'll be doing a lot more of that stuff in this course, okay, for this. Are we feeling somewhat okay with this algebra? So I'm going to move on with today's lesson here right now. Okay, good? Maverick, all's well? All right, let's hit pause here. I'll give you guys a second to stretch.